In the medical world, we have holistic medicine and conventional medicine. Even though sometimes it may seem that the two worlds clash, in some ways they complement each other. When people like myself are faced with health conditions that we are not sure how to deal with, we go seeking other options. In this presentation, we're going to examine and observe the difference between holistic medicine and conventional medicine. But first we're going to start with holism. The history of holism dates back to the early Chinese medicine days, when it was thought that mind and body were connected. The early Chinese called it mind-body dualism. This goes back to the early 3rd and 4th centuries. In 1925, the term holism was coined by Jan Smuts. The philosophical view behind holism is that the body is viewed as a whole. When a person is sick, the whole body is examined for illness. Holism can also be seen as complementary to reductionism. Di Stefano, 2008. Moving on to vitalism. There have been many historians, or rather people of historic nature, that have defined vitalism. In short, vitalism is known as life force. It's the feeling of good energy that flows through the body. This can be the form of life breath or breath of life. The philosophy behind vitalism, or at least the best way I can describe it, is this: that no matter the healing process may be, there is an unexplainable life force that keeps the body going, whether it be breath, fire, or electricity. Moving on to holism versus reductionism. In the holistic medical paradigm, the body is looked at as a whole when trying to figure out a person's illness. When holism and modern medicine meet, we end up with CAM therapies, or complementary and alternative medicine. The differences are this: holistic medicine is thought to be more empowering, conventional medicine more controlling. In holistic medicine, gives a person more control over their own health. In reductionism, conventional medicine is seen as more of a biomedicine approach. Also in reductionism, medicinal procedures are different. The patient or human problem is not looked at as a whole entity. Moving on to the determinants of holistic health. The determinants of holistic health can be factors in place that influence your health. It can be economic, personal, or social. You always have control over these determinants that affect your health. The elements of my PHC and the determinants that get in my way sometimes are economic. Sometimes I am a bit strapped financially to eat properly or get the right amount of exercise. After I do begin my self-care practice, I do notice that I have a great difference in how I feel personally. I have more energy, I don't ache, I don't feel like I need to be closed off from my social world. Moving on to holism and my PHC. My personal health concern has always been a physical one. I have had chronic back pain and I was always had chronic digestive issues. One may not think of digestive issues as being a physical health concern, but it is. Without good digestive system, you really don't have good health. The holistic solution to my PHC is good nutrition, proper diet, the right amount of exercise, and keeping my stress level down. And seeing as how my conditions are chronic and are ever-changing, then my conditions are always being monitored. I keep logs of my good days and bads so that I can compare when I feel good and when I do not. So therefore, my regimen is always changing in order to keep my condition at bay. So as we move on here, we have examined the meanings and philosophies of holism and vitalism. We have compared holism to reductionism, and we now know what the differences are. We have a better understanding of what it takes to apply holistic health, and we have taken notice that sometimes it may be an ongoing process. We also know that in any case, holism and reductionism may at times complement each other. We also have a better understanding of what options are available to us when we need it.